Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 24 of the Secrets of the Atlas League here on Ruthless SSF. My entire goal for today is to do a whole bunch of Conquerors and Guardian maps, fight every single boss thing that I have, because as you can see at the bottom, I have no XP bar, which means I am more than willing to die many times today. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. I finally got my second Exalt of the League. Of course, I got it from a boat, but I am not complaining. I figured before we opened it, I'd go kill a Veritania, see if I can build up some RNG. But anyway, I was going to use it on my steel ring, but I figured I might as well use it on my axe because my axe is amazing. Please don't die. Well, I guess I can't die, but please be good. And it's cold damage. It's always cold damage. Well, if you remember a couple leagues ago, actually, I think I have it right here. This is the last awesome axe that we had, and it too exalted into cold damage. Granted, the cold damage on this was a lot better, but whatever, man. It's still an awesome axe, I can't complain. And if I get another exalt, I'm definitely gonna slam it again, because if it gets even a bottom tier attack roll, I'll be very happy, or attack speed, I mean. Anyway, though, I'm gonna go do a bunch of guardians. I'm not gonna get any XP for a while. I am gonna die a lot. So I'm not scouring any of these boss fights unless it's like Fizz Reflect or something like that. A couple of them are also influenced with the new memory stuff or whatever. I ended up dying to this Minotaur mainly because of the poison. If I got hit by basically anything, the poison would just kill me over time. My Chaos Res is pretty bad. I'd like to fix it one day, but it probably won't be for a very long time. I ended up keeping a mediocre reservation shield just because I figured I might as well. The altars made this Minotaur too rippy for close combat, so I just jumped on my Trickster and took it out no problem. Like, the Minotaur, it doesn't really matter what the mods are for the Trickster. As long as I can just, like, move, I'm totally fine. Because obviously I could run through the beams and not get slowed or whatever, so it's pretty much impossible for me to get caught. Other than that, though, the cycloner kills the Guardians way faster. It feels so much better. It takes a lot less time. There are more mechanics, like more altars or whatever, that do mess with the cycloner, but generally I can kill them no problem. And whenever I could, I got the Maven Witness as well, because I would like to do the Maven fight eventually, probably not for a while. And also, I'm not going to corrupt the Cyclone. I just don't think it's worth it. If I lose any quality, it's such a massive damage loss that, like, even if I got 21 and lost quality, I just don't think it would be worth it. I did fail one of the memory Hydra maps, and I never even made it to the boss. I kept just grabbing altars without even looking at them, and, like, I rolled some ridiculous mods. Like, it had Sirus effect on the ground. I mean, it was rare and corrupted, and it had all kinds of, like, random stuff on the map. And the memory monsters just kept one-shotting me, and I never made it to the end. Everything else, though, was pretty easy. I had no problems killing the Guardians. Went and killed the memory map, because why not? I gotta stop calling, like, I gotta call them synthesis maps again, I guess. I just hate saying synthesis. It's just kind of hard for me. But, like, there's too many memory things now. I did end up failing the Cortex. It was Turbo, AoE, and yeah, it was pretty brutal for melee. I almost completed it, but I screwed up earlier in the rounds, but whatever. It's fine. I would like to fight Sirus at some point today. Also, there's an example of me dying to poison. It's a good time. I don't think I can do it yet. The main thing that I think I would really want to have for the Sirus fight is a Stampede or Replica Stampede, because the biggest problem with that fight is the slow. Like, there's no way to avoid hitting the slow, and I think you have to have a certain speed or just like an RNG lucky angle to be able to dodge the Cyrus beam. Because, like, you think about it like this, right? Let's say you're stuck in, like, the bottom corner, the beams are rotating. You need to get out of that corner, and if you want to rotate, you have to go through the beam. And if you don't, if you just wait down there, if Cyrus blinks away from you, you don't know where he is, he can just off-screen you with a beam. Now, for a lot of characters, they can just face tank that, but I definitely can't. But I'm going to try the fight anyway, because you know what, you can't be afraid to fail. I went and started doing my Simulacrum here, which so far was going really well. I didn't start having any issues at all until it started adding, like, chaos damage and enemies can freeze you. But yeah, we got some Delirium Orbs, which is really nice. I did end up dropping a Voices, which I have not seen in quite a while. Actually, you know what? I actually think I did get one last league. I could be wrong, but I vaguely remember it. And 7 passives, which means it's dead. So the big issue started, like I said, once the freeze mob started hitting me. It was pretty brutal. It was like the only thing that killed me. I was just spinning through constantly. Now, I think what I should do in the future is just, like, drop haste and put on, like, purity of elements. That would pretty much solve half of my deaths. But then once it added the fizz damage, extra chaos, things started like destroying me pretty badly, and I ended up dying, which whatever, could have been worse. Anyway, though, I killed another memory guardian, and I got another cortex. Figured I'm just gonna try it again. Cortex is such like a freaking weird map. Like, you can get super hard mods like my last Cortex and fail, and then you get one like this where the mods are a joke and I only died once. It's just such a weird map, but like at the same time, I really enjoy it. It's nice that there's a map out there that's like sometimes it's really easy and sometimes it's pure nightmare fuel. Anyway, though, I went on the power sector for a little while. I wanted to run some Harvest Scarabs, mainly because I want to swap and try to get my Sirus fight. Again, I'm not very confident I could do it, but you can't be afraid of failing. It's just part of the game. So I just died to the server, which is pretty fun. I'm going to try not to get tilted and throw this fight, but dying in the first phase is pretty brutal. The number one thing that really tilts me as a person is like stuff really outside of my control in games. And like dying to like being slowed and whatever, like as you're seeing here, all my the deaths are just like I'm being too slow. That doesn't really bother me. That's just kind of a mechanic you have to work around. What really does bother me though is when the server keeps crashing and disconnecting me. That frustrates me, but in the end, we did fail. Gonna be honest, I feel a little bit robbed from that fight. First of all, I did forget to switch to my Corrupting Blood Jewel until my second death, but I lost 2 portals to the server freezing, and I'm gonna be honest, man, it's a little frustrating. I probably shouldn't have switched to Trickster for the last portal. I should have just finished on the, on the cycloner, because as you saw, he was almost dead. But I don't know. I still don't think I would have gotten it. It's so RNG where he blinks to, because if he blinks into a certain angle and the beam is in a certain way, there's really nothing you can do because you can't avoid the slow, and there's no way to really get around it. But we're definitely going to try it again at some point. It's just a little sad that we lost 2 of our portals to that, but whatever. I'm still working on trying to get Fortify on melee hit on my body armor. So far, I'm not having any luck. But if I do get that, I haven't looked at the POB because I kind of don't want to. I kind of just want to see how it feels. Like, I cannot imagine how much more damage I'm going to get. Plus, it's even going to give me more defenses because I'm planning on using Infused Channeling. Because even though I don't have enough intelligence to get the gem to level 20, a level 18 gem still does more for me, I bet, than Pulverize. Even if it doesn't give me more damage, which I think the damage will be close. It's the Law of Fossils, by the way. Even if it doesn't give me more damage, it's going to give me so much mitigation from hits that it's going to feel so wonderful for so many fights, so many mechanics in the game, so I'm really looking forward to that. So if you're wondering why my mercenary's not here, it's pretty simple. I just want to make sure this character actually works. You know, I've been like playing this character basically the whole time with a free determination aura, and I want to see what this character feels like without that. And so far, it feels pretty good. You know, I haven't died at all. I mean, not counting, the Sirus fight, obviously. Having a pretty nice time with it, not really struggling with anything. Obviously, this character could be a lot stronger with some more armor pieces in certain places or whatever. And I can't even imagine how much damage I would be doing on a 6th link. But I'm pretty happy with this build, pretty happy with how things are going. Still a little salty about the Sirus fight, but we're going to be fine. It's been quite a while since I've re-rolled my Scarabs, so I decided to just grab a bunch of them that I'm never going to use. And you know what? This was actually the best 3-to-1 session I've had. I got a bunch of really good mediocre Scarabs. I got the absolute best Harvest Scarab. And I got a couple other really good ones. We get a free, full temple. The first tier 4 we got, thanks to the Scarab, actually dropped a Blossom, which I don't think I even got a single one all last league. So pretty excited about that. The second boss did not drop a Blossom, but that's totally fine because I'm using the Scarab to double the amount of life force they drop. So either way, I'm getting a bunch. The third one actually did drop a Blossom, so now I have 2 of them, which is pretty amazing. I haven't had 1 in a while, let alone getting 2. I ended up dropping another Synthesis map, which is pretty sick. I really want to do some more Cortex fights. It'd be really awesome just to get any of those uniques. The first fight went really well. I destroyed her, and I actually got a Shaco. I don't have any divides, but hey, let's see what we get. Please don't be trash. Ew. I mean, the high impact mine is pretty sick, but the other one is absolutely dead. Completely trash. Oh god, don't die. I don't know what these gloves are. Oh, it's the weird wither. Oh, okay, I remember. I remember the belt because the belt is always the dream. Alright, this is probably a terrible idea, but I'm gonna fight him again. My plan was to wait for my gems to hit level 20, and I was going to quality my Impale because Impale gives me a bunch of damage. Oh my god, did I forget? Oh my god, I forgot my Growthing Blood Jewel. Whatever, man. I mean, if I fail again, it's fine. What I'm going to try this time is when he teleports to the other side of the map, instead of trying to get to him, which is physically impossible, I'm just going to see if I can dodge from far away. I don't really know if I can, but I'm going to find out. The damage feels so good on this character. Like, I absolutely ripped through him. Like, when I went and tried to finish off this fight with Power Siphon last time, I had 2 portals, and in all that time, I didn't even do, like, I could barely tell his HP bar moved. And I don't know why, man. It's like, the damage shouldn't be that bad. But anyway, we ended up dying because the Surfer, which I'm going to be completely transparent with you, made me play like trash. I was so frustrated. I was so sad because like I just did all that stuff. I did all the harvest stuff and whatever. Never had a single game freeze. Never had any of the weird server issues happen. And then I go into a Sirus fight and of course the issues start up. But as you can see here, my damage is pretty incredible. The only death I had in the first phase was to the server. And this is my first real death you're going to see right here. Yeah, pretty dumb. I mean, I think, I don't know, man. I got tilted and I was like, whatever, I'm just going to go to Trickster after that last death. I really wish I didn't do that because even with 3 portals, I did less than I did with 1 champion portal. So it was just like a stupid tilted mistake. It just happens. I really need to stop switching to the Trickster. Like, every time I think of the Trickster, I always think like it's an amazing bosser. But it's really not. Not with my current gear. Like, you could obviously make a really good Power Siphon Trickster that is. But mine is just way too squishy. It has no regen. If you saw the damage, like, the 2 lives my Trickster ran did less damage than, like, just the first life that I had as this character. So I just honestly gotta stop doing that. Because if you think about it, I had 2 extra lives there. I would have had 3 if the game didn't crash on me. I think I only switched to Trickster because I was tilted. So 100% misplay on my end. Let me just look at this real fast. It's all trash. I'm sure there's a way I could get around the slow. Like, maybe, like, the justification for farming Stampede is there now. Because if I couldn't be slowed by the beam, that fight would be an absolute joke. My damage is amazing. Like, I don't know, man. It's very frustrating because obviously the only reason I can't do it is because I don't have a movement skill and or I'm not immune to slow. But, it is what it is. I gotta just overcome it. It's also kind of funny that I totally forgot to put my Corrupting Blood Jewel on. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta make mistakes. Anyway, I am getting some unique heist contracts, which is really good. I really need to get some more rogue markers. I think that, like, the mentality I have every time I switch to Trickster, I'm always like, oh, he can't be slowed. This is gonna be easy. But, like, yeah, he can't be slowed, but he's worse in every other way. I did a harvest swap. I got an Elder fight, which is really nice, just to kill, like, a boss really easily. No eye, but we got another belt, which was actually better than the one I have right now. And of course, all the gear can just be turned into dust, which is always nice. Hey, if you made this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Sorry today has been kind of a day of failure, but sometimes in Ruthless, that's just kind of what happens. I am level 89, 47% of the way to 90. Leveling on this character has been fantastic. I love this build. I love cycloner Tumult, or however you say it. I don't even care that my Exalt failed. I love this axe. This axe has saved me so much hassle. I'm definitely going to slam it again if I get an Exalted, because if I hit attack speed on the suffix, I will be in heaven. My stash tab is looking really beautiful. I have 4 Regals, which is fantastic. 27 Fusings, a couple Chaos, a little stack of Alchemy. Things are looking up. I haven't really done a whole lot of Essence farming. I haven't really been getting a whole lot of them. I've mainly been focusing on Harvest and Legion. As you can see here, we have 2 emblems. We're halfway to a third. And I could probably swap these just to get a third one. But, like, I'm not going to do it until I level up anyway. I might go kill some more Shapers later on today. I would like to try Uber Elder on this character. I'm probably going to wait until 90. And for Sirus, it's like, it sucks to fail. It definitely sucks to fail twice in a row. But I don't know, it's kind of nice because every time you do the fight with a different character, you just learn more and more about it. So what I'm going to try, it's really hard. Like, whenever I see the beams, I'm always like, okay, my #1 objective is to get the Sirus so I don't get die beamed. What I'm going to try, and I don't know if it's going to work because my mind is going to, like, not let me do it. I'm going to try whenever he teleports away and I hear die, I'm just going to see if I can dodge it across the map. I don't know if you can. I've never really tried doing that before, but I'm just going to try for science. Other than that, though, I think I might end up specking, what I might do, first of all, for my second tree, I might end up specking into heist a little bit and maybe roll my flask finder and do some low tier farming and try to farm a replica stampede. I don't really know how much of a difference that's gonna make, but it might make enough. Anyway, other than that, I'm pretty much just looking for those three same auras still: Herald of Purity, Pride, or Wrath. If there is any skill gem you want to see this league, please let me know. I'll add it to the list of dreams. I'm also looking for a few uniques, but I have found some. Also, I really want to talk about this helmet for a second. Right here. I've never done Reapers, but I'm pretty sure don't Reapers basically do nothing if they can't eat another minion? And I'm not sure if Reapers can eat other Reapers. Maybe they can, I'm not really sure. But if they can, like if they could still function without like having to eat something, and I don't mean that they're good or better. I just mean do they literally attack? Do they literally do damage? I'm gonna have to test it out because it would be pretty funny to get the transfigured Reaper and just have six of them flying around attacking stuff. It's probably going to be terrible. I can't imagine that would be very good, but it would be really funny. So the race right now, it's between these two. I don't know where the other one is. It's in here somewhere, right? Am I blind? I don't know where it is. Oh, it's unequipable, that's why. Aha, I'm not blind. I'm tempted to do this one, but I don't want to do it unless I can use the scepter that makes them like giant. I'm not saying that would be good or better than just having, like 20 zombies or whatever, but I think it would be more fun. And plus, I used to love playing zombies back then when you could use the giant ones. And I mean, we do have a Baron, which is pretty funny. I don't know if I. Oh, what am I talking about? Genius alert, bro. For some reason, you can't use both of these at the same time. Do you know why? But anyway, really looking forward to making a minion build to this league. Let me know what you would prefer to see, if you'd prefer to see Reapers or Zombies. Again, though, I'm probably not going to do Zombies unless I get the, whatever it's called, the Scepter, which I might try to swap for with Alva. I don't know if I could, but I might try it out. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sorry I'm getting sick. The seasons are changing, so you know what that means. But I'll see you tomorrow.